Below the Crown. Explore the dungeons below the crown in this love letter to roguelikes, dungeon crawlers, and chess. Prepare for strategy, game-changing spells, psychological tests, and challenges from your fellow players, from the award-winning creators of Duskers and a virus named Tom. So yeah, we are in for some interesting, let me just double check stuff here. Our options. Okay, we're resetting the data, because we always do. There we go. I like that you can, you can turn on and off all of these things if you want. Turn off the scan lines, turn off the extra glow. That's really nice if this retro style does not work for you. They're like, you know what, if you just want to see what the game looks like without all the stuff, by all means, go ahead. Okay, splash screen enabled. Skip tutorials disabled, so excellent. There are difficulty modes, turn assist, extra lives, continual undos, that's nice, additional party size, and you can change the AI, the game AI. Game AI we like. So yeah, let's look at Below the Crown. The Emperor demands that you delve into the castle's depths in search of gold. Okay, that's the infinite dungeon. That's a random dungeon. That's challenges and leaderboards. That's a training ground. This is the Hall of Champions. That's the replay boards. I assume you'll have to get some resources to unlock these things. Oh, it's like we're... Okay, yeah, you're actually spinning around. Very nice. Okay, so... Oh! We found the dungeon, y'all. Found it. Your journey into the depths below the castle, hoping that your wizard training will serve you well. Click the king to highlight the spaces he can move to, then click a highlighted space to move him there. Okay, so we're currently using the king. Oh, okay, I love this. I've mentioned before, sorry, the game audio is off when I'm out of the window. I've mentioned before the way I learned to play chess was a board in the elementary school library, but the tile, the pieces weren't pieces, they were flat square tiles. On the back of each tile were the directions that the piece could move in. So you would flip over the piece to figure out where it could move. So I love that as you select the king in this game, it's showing you, okay, here are the moves the king has. So we click on the king and you can move one space in any direction. So, yep. So when is... Okay. Oh. Now that's interesting. If I move... Choose a card to cast a piece on the board. Okay, so I have 2 rooks to choose from. Well, why don't I put the king... Okay, so casting pieces. Cast pieces where your wizard can see. You cannot cast them adjacent to your wizard. Okay, so anything outside of our range. So rooks move in a straight line, horizontally or vertically. Oh, so anything that my king can see, I can place this on the field. Try to place your rook where it attacks both the enemy king and the enemy bishop. So right there. And then we draw a card. Okay, so it's the enemy's turn. So the king went through the first room step by step. Now we are sort of doing a chess but not a full game. So we summoned a rook to the field. The king moved out of the way, which I assume I need to take the enemy's king, but I can take the bishop. Oh! Oh, and if only the opponent's king remains, they yield. Am I the queen now? I am. Well, it's good to be the queen. I don't know if it matters which door we take. Yeah, we don't get to... Oh, wow. Oh. We don't get to see the next room door, so... Okay. So the turn order is you move, then you have a chance to play a card, then you draw a card to end your turn. So right now, I can't move. I think you can actually... Okay, this is really nice. There's a 6th sense option, so you can already mark the tiles that you can't move to. So yeah, I can only move this way because I cannot move up. So I'll do this. Now I can summon a rook. Now I could threaten... Oh, got it. If I put my rook here, admittedly, the problem is I'm also stuck. If I put my rook here, that king can't move forward. I also can't move forward just yet. But I'll draw one card. Okay, use the turn assist to get a suggested move. This is also really nice if you're not amazing at looking ahead chess-wise. Okay, it can only be used once per battle. Okay, so basically move the king here. And then put the rook here. Oh, that keeps... Okay, so at that point the king couldn't move at all. So by putting the rook there... You trap the king, so you get more gold for an enemy checkmate. So it will help to have some chess knowledge. Okay, so we're the queen, so we can just go anywhere we want. Okay. What? Please indicate your current mood by placing a point on the graph. Loneliness, low or high. Anxiety, low or high. Processing your response. What offering do you have for your emperor? I don't have anything yet. The emperor is displeased. Do not fail again. Go deeper. Okay, so we've unlocked the training ground. Fork, pin, checkmate. Okay, so training ground, nice. So now we choose our wizard. Oh, okay, so we can choose between the wizard of the king. Oh, the knight's still locked. All right, so the king gets a rook and a bishop. Doesn't have any skills, no spells. The bishop gets access to an archer queen and a prince. See now, okay. I like when new chess games, especially new roguelike chess games, change the game. So now we have pieces that we don't know what they do yet. We haven't unlocked the bishop yet either. We don't know what we do yet. But yeah, so let's go into the dungeon. Okay, the first king, boss. Select additional pieces. Okay, so the prince... Oh, okay. The prince, like the king, can move one piece in every direction. I'm going to still choose both rooks. Okay. Checkmate the opposing king, or capture all his pieces, or capture through a door. So you have 3 options. If you can make it to the door, then forget about it. Or checkmate the king. Or capture every other piece on the board that's not the king. Now, this is already offering me like a good move, so I could use that for a turn assist. But let's see here. We have a rook and a bishop. If I put the rook here, that threatens both the king. That threatens both the king and the bishop. And the king is going to have to move so I can take out the bishop. So let me put the rook here. Oh, sorry. I don't really want to move yet, but I guess I have to move first. So I'll take one move forward. I'll play my rook here. Both of them got zapped because they are... Oh, okay. I actually get additional points because I used a fork. Nice. Okay, I draw my card. Okay, so the king's going to move. So can I leave this open? I'd love to leave that open. No. The king's going to move. So I'm going to attack the... I'm going to capture the bishop. And then the king with no more pieces. I could go back and watch the replay. I can challenge other players with this battle. I can save my replay. Okay, we'll just go ahead and yield. Okay. Now I understand why you want to look at the tutorial, because the tutorial tells you the way to get bonus points. But right now we're just going to go to the exit. Choose a spell. Freeze. Freeze. Cast on an enemy piece within your sight to freeze them for 5 turns. Frozen pieces cannot be captured. So you can freeze a piece, you can't capture it, but it can't move. Return. Return one of your pieces to your hand. It does not require them to be within your sight. That, if they were in trouble, could come in handy. So I think I'm going to do that one. And now I have a spell. And now we go to this board. Yeah, I like the old school feeling of this. This is really fun. Okay, so as the king, I can actually threaten the rook. That's right, I'm threatening you, buddy. Now, what I don't want to do... Actually, I could play the bishop here. Yep, bishop's moved diagonally. I appreciate you telling me that because it's the first time I clicked on it. Oh, only within the king's sight. Oh, I can't see because the rook is in the way. Interesting. Okay, what if I do this? Okay, so now you're gonna move your rook, aren't you? Yep. Okay, so if I can get to that tile, it will give me gold. But I don't know if I'm gonna make it to that tile. Okay. In that case, I am going to threaten... Wait, does that count as... Oh, okay. So any of my pieces on the board can just go to the door and leave. However, if I go to the next room without defeating the enemy, I don't get to visit the store. So that is an additional option. You can just leave. You can hit the bricks. You can walk out. But you don't get a chance to pick any upgrades. So I'm going to threaten your rook again. And I'm going to threaten your king. Okay, so you're just going to move one. That makes sense. That makes total sense. I'm going to take out your rook. Boom. Hey, Vampy Fiend. Okay, I've made a move. I can play a card. Oh, this is interesting. So far, I've left this bishop alone. I could start threatening the bishop. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put your king in an inch. Your king is going to have to move. Okay, skewer. Because if your king takes me out, they're going to be in check. So they're going to have to. Yeah, they're going to have to move here. Okay, and my turn. So you're going to have to move. Okay, now my bishop is in danger. Sorry, my rook is in danger. However, I'm just going to move the rook over one. Now, this does threaten both of them. That's fine. I can play a third card. I can basically play a third card, which I could play another rook. But where would I put it? Because now it's a matter of where do I want the king to move? The king could move here. The king can't leave, obviously. So the king is in check there. That's a safe spot. That's a safe spot. Sorry, no, that's not a safe spot. That's a safe spot. So if I move the rook here... Let's see here. If I move the rook here... Oh, hold on. Oh, dang it. I can only move it within line of sight. That's... Okay, but I don't have to click it yet. So this is like my hand's still on the piece. I haven't made my move yet. So yeah, if I do that, the king cannot move. It can't move to the upper. It can't move to the left. It can move. It can't move down because my bishop will get it. It can't move straight down because my rook still has it. And it can't move. Okay, so the king now can no longer. Yeah, I think that's the right. I think this should do it. Yes! Up yours, king. So you get more gold for checkmating the king. They didn't move their bishop at all. Okay, and at the end of the game, at the end of the round, you turn into the queen because you just need to get across the board fast. Okay, now we are in Power Spawn can be cast on any tile, not just one wizard you can see, or... Wow, okay. This is interesting. Now we can give a piece the ability to go around the board. Like if you're a rook, I guess you could just like go all the way across and come back. That's kind of wild. Power Spawn can be, so your piece can be put anywhere. I feel like I want to upgrade one of my rooks with Power Spawn. Okay, use the Sixth Sense to mark tiles that aren't safe. Okay, this I like. Just this I like because now you know where you can and can't move, because these two bishops have me locked in, so I can't. Yeah, sorry, I was off camera. So I can't move down to there. So yeah, my moves are limited. Now here's the deal. What if I just want to go straight across? You know, what if I just want to go straight across and exit and leave all you behind? All right, so now is it time to start being a threat? If I put a rook, see, that's okay. So this is the main thing, is you can only put something down within your line of sight. So I can threaten the king, but I can't like threaten two pieces at once because I can't put my rook here. So yeah. Yes, thankfully right now they have not come up with knights, because I'd probably be ruined. I will threaten your bishop and make you move. Okay, so you've now put me in check. Interesting. Oh, interesting. I also can't move to the door because it is not a safe move. Okay, so unfortunately I just basically have to... Both your bishops are on black squares though. Interesting. Okay, this rook can spawn anywhere. This rook can go anywhere, so we could just... Yeah, like this rook can be anywhere, so I could threaten both the bishops and force them to move. Or take one of them out. So that could be fun. Okay. Okay, so yeah, you've moved. That's fine. I see you're enticing me to take the bishop, because then the king will be able to capture you. So no, what we're going to do is we'll take out the bishop then. Hey Malevit, welcome on and thank you for the resub. Okay, here's the thing. To win, all I've got to do is take the bishop out and the king will be left defenseless. And I win this round. That's not going to be as easy because the bishop is definitely a squirrely one. But let's see here. If the king moves up, down, and I only have access to a rook and a bishop right now. In French, the bishop is called the fool. Well, that tracks. Oh, that tracks. Yeah, the knight would have been backed by the rook, but I don't have a knight. Because they're doing a sort of roguelike chess, I only have access to rooks, bishops, and one king. So right now my options are, oh, whoops, hold on. No, be quiet, Spotify, stop that. Right now my options are, I could put a rook down on the field or a bishop. So that's where it does it's chess, but it's also like chess puzzles. So do I focus on capturing this other piece? Because if I do, like this bishop has to move somewhere. And I know it's going to move here. Because that's the best place for it. And it threatens my rook. Hi, Stephen. Welcome on in. No, so this is a bishop. Let me knock myself out. So the pieces on the board right now. This is a bishop. This is the opposing king. So this is the opposing king and bishop. I have a rook, a king, and I can put a bishop or a rook on the field. So I have access to a bishop and a rook, and because my king can see multiple like black or white spaces, I can put the bishop on either one of them. And the rook, so the rook could go wherever the king can see. So that's like a second rule. So you say put a rook. All right, I will select a rook. And yeah, I can only put the rook where the green lines are. So yeah, like this is where it adds that extra bit of, yeah, I'm gonna put a rook here. Actually, I can't. So you want, okay, hold on. Did I move? I think I can't move the king because I already moved the king. So yeah, it's you make a move, then you play a card, and then you play a card or draw a card, and then you end your turn. So yeah, it's an interesting, like, once you get the rhythm down, it'll probably be easier. But right now it's like, yeah. It's not like, oh, just put it here. Yeah. So let's see. So yeah, my king already moved. So the real thing that I would want to do here is eliminate the bishop. Or, per usual, force the king to make a very bad choice. I'm going to see what the game suggests, because it actually has a good move for me. And I appreciate that the turn assist only pops up when it's got a good move. So what does the turn assist say? Oh, take back your move. Oh, yeah. Oh, move the rook. Okay, so so take out, this is not, this is out in the Steam store now. Oops, oh my gosh, I forgot to do the thing. Hold on a second. There it is. So Below the Crown is in the Steam store now. They sent over a key because they saw me playing roguelikes and deck builders and thought, oh, this is perfect for you. Not knowing that I am not that good at chess. Just to put it out there. So the game suggests that I take the rook and capture, which does put my rook in danger unless I put another rook next to it. And that checkmated the king. So we can go back to the start and replay the whole thing. Put the rook down. The bishop moves out of the way. The king moves out of the way. I put the rook down. The king moves. I capture the bishop, I put the rook down, and now the king can't do anything. So, now it is time. Alright. So now it's time to just blow this pop stand. Your rook was injured. Okay, so captured pieces become injured. If an injured piece is not captured in the next room, it will heal. Otherwise, there will be consequences. Okay, so because my rook was captured, it is injured. Alright. Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, the wizard's like my wizard king, so I'm a king but also a wizard. So the wizard stuns enemy pieces if moving adjacent to them, or oh, this is nice. The guard means that you can cast pieces next to you because you couldn't do that before. They made chess more Yu-Gi-Oh than Yu-Gi-Oh, right? Sadly, not enough Blue Eyes White Dragons in this one. I'm gonna go with guard. So yeah, we'll look at the next one and then... Ooh, okay. So yeah. So this is a prince. A prince is basically... a prince also moves one space in any direction. So this is where they start getting weird with it, is now they start introducing new pieces as well. So yeah, the first thing I can do is move. I can move my king. Now I can play a card or just draw a card. So I can also play a spell. Let's put... I could threaten both of your princes. Two princes stand before you. That's what I said now. Yeah, let's put that there. Okay, so I get a little bonus because I basically threatened two pieces with one move. Let me draw a card. Okay. You moved. That's fair. So now I can take out a prince among men. So yeah, I could take out the prince, the bishop stays behind. So I could do that. Bye. And now I can play a rook anywhere on the board I want to. Anywhere. Anywhere. Like I could do this just to be a jerk. Because now you're going to... Okay, so if I do this, you will have to move your king, which means I will get to take the bishop. Now, if you move your king... See, if you move your king diagonal, I can still take the bishop, but your king will take my rook. Actually, no, they can't. They still can't do that. Nope, I was wrong. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to put that there. Now you're both feeling a little bit stressed, ain't you? That's fine, because I kind of expected you to do that. Because I'm taking your prince. Yeah, now your prince is feeling a little stressed. Sucks to suck, huh? Okay, the king currently cannot do anything to me this turn, so I could play a rook here and just be a whole problem. The rook here would force the king to do something. Oh, actually, wait a second. Sorry, that's not a safe spot. Jory, welcome on in. Hello, how is Palea? How are the horses? Okay, so as much as I would like to capture the king, I feel like I want to keep the king running. So I'm going to force the king to move by putting my rook here. Okay, that's fine, because I expected that. But what's not fine is if I take out your prince, you have no pieces remaining. And therefore I win. So that's interesting. You have multiple ways to win on every board. You can checkmate the king with your available pieces. You can take out every other piece aside from the king, and if the king has no defenders, you win. Or you can ignore everything and just get one of your pieces to the doors on the field, and that will end the fight. You won't hit the shop in between, but if you're just like, look, I'm done, then I'm out. So, and then the queen just sachets her butt to the thing. Okay, my rook is healed, so that's good. Now we're at the store. I've got 67 gold. So I can give another piece the ability to be cast anywhere. I'm definitely buying that. Yeah, my rooks are about to be an entire menace. Oh, I can't afford wrap. That just seems fun, but that's okay. Let me cast freeze. No. No, we'll hold on to our money. Okay, is this the boss? I maybe should have bought something. This is the final board. Oh, dang. Okay, so this is me. Hi, this me. I'm the Wizard King. I assume that my objective here... I assume that my only objective here is to take out all the enemy pieces. Or to checkmate the king. Because there's no door. Okay. I'm going to move you here. And I'm going to play the rook here, because now I can actually play you right next to me. Okay, so that... If needed, there's also a concede option on the pause menu. Okay, wow. So the game's telling me, like, you can quit, or you can just escape by reaching the door. Okay. Okay, that's one. Now, the reason you don't necessarily want your pieces captured is that they get injured, so they need time to heal. Okay, so now I can play a card. And I can play this card anywhere. So I'm just going to force your king to move. Shadow Realm. All right. Oh, well, I mean, let me stop and think. All right, the bishop has these covered. The prince is over here with these, and the king is over here. I'd love to take out that bishop if I could. I like how the music has gotten very intense. So let's see here. So now, okay, so let me move. I'm gonna be a jerk. Oh, well, see, if you can't... Hold on. You can't capture me there because that will put you in check. Wouldn't it? Yeah, so you can't capture me. Because you don't have anything protecting your ass right now. So you have to move away. Right, now you threaten me. And that's fine. So the question is, do I sacrifice my rook to take out your bishop? Or do I get weirder with it and put my bishop, when I have a chance, put my bishop here and really just start boxing you in? Okay, but first I have to make a move. So I have to move something somewheres. We could do the dance back and forth where, because like if I move over, as long as you don't trick me into moving into a gray square that's diagonal, we could just do this over and over again. But I don't trust your prince. So if you go into a corner, the prince can come out and protect you. Oh. Oh, see, now the game has, like, a good move. Alright, we'll see what you say. Oh, right! I'm so silly. Okay, the reason the game is suggesting this is, first you move a piece, then you place a piece. So it's okay if I move this rook. Hey, Nether, welcome on in. It's okay if I move this rook into danger. Because I'm now moving the bishop here, so the king cannot take my rook without being in check by the bishop. So now the king is gonna... Oh. Well, this is... Well, no, I'm not in check yet. This is the... Sorry. The yellow are the enemy pieces. My king right now is up here and protected, and frankly is minding their own business unbothered and in their lane. Right now, I have a rook who was threatening the enemy king. So let's see here. So you're suggesting that I move... Right, the rook is not limited to 1 square. Right. So yeah, I can move this rook here. I can move this one here. I have this bishop here, which is basically the bishop is holding the enemy king as a threat. So if I move my rook, the enemy king is still threatened, basically. So move the rook. Are you saying I should move the rook all the way down? Okay. I'm getting like chess tips from chat. This is awesome because I suck at chess. I used to be so good at chess. I used to be good. And then I just stopped playing for the longest time. Also, my aunt would always kick my butt. And that was not cool. So let's see here. I guess the real question is, what do I want? Yeah, if I move it up, the bishop, yeah, the bishop has the king covered. So 1 square up. Okay, if I move the rook here, the king will be in check. The king will very likely move away. So it'll probably, okay, so yeah. All right. Also, this puts the prince in check, or puts the prince in danger. And I don't have unfortunately, I don't have any cards to pull, so... Yeah, okay. See, this is where I don't love like the slow attrition. Because like this is definitely going to be the and when I played computer chess before, I've absolutely done the boop 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 boop. So no, now I can take out the prince, and that leaves the king undefended. So yeah, so that is like one of the multiple ways to win, and it's interesting. Like, you can win by finding the exit, you can win by putting the king in checkmate, or you can win by taking out every other defender of the king. So yeah. Hold on, what is this? You've earned a rune, and a new type, and a new peace type, and a new wizard, and collected 38 gold. So many things. Oh, we can give our, okay, so we can save a custom card. So the rook that has the rook that can basically teleport anywhere. You get Kurt, as in Wagner. Oh, and here's the other weird thing. You get these odd tests that I might feel like a little bit like I'm in Severance. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Please drag and place your pieces in the slots for most important. to least important. Yeah, well, the religion already gets, that's like, yeah, I'm sorry, bishop. Religion, least important. Obviously, wizard king, important. My superpowered mutant rooks that can teleport, important. And the other rook, still more important than the bishop. Continue. Do these chess pieces create feelings of dread or woe within you? I don't know. Okay. Which statement best describes why you rated the bishop as the least important piece? A. The bishop is clearly the weakest piece. B. I do not find the bishop visually appealing. C. The bishop is not my friend. D. None of the above. The bishop is not my friend. Processing your response. Okay, so now I can give... The Emperor basically sent me into the dungeon to get stuff. I appreciate that the Emperor also appears to be Serbi. So the Emperor sent me to the dungeon to get stuff, and every time I come back, I have to give an offering. Or they send me back down. They're going to send me back down anyway. So, got some gold for you. 75% of the gold you just earned. Yowza. So, the Emperor was pleased. Oh, we got a rune. Oh, the rune adds challenges. So by getting the rune, we actually have 2 acts. So now the dungeon will be longer. I now see here that we also have, hold on, where's this? We also have ways to reduce our party size, which means that we will probably have less pieces to put on the board. And enemy intelligence, meaning that the computer chess AI is going to get smarter as we go. Don't love that for me. Let's see here. We unlocked... Okay, so this is like the tutorial wizard. This is now the bishop. We now have an archer queen, which I don't know what the archer queen does. X-ray, we can see through walls and pieces. And teleport, move your wizard to the selected title. So nice. So now we have a new wizard unlocked. And you can... Okay, then we'll unlock the knight. And the rook. Oh, finally we actually get the knight. And we unlock the queen. So yeah, this is... This is good. Also... Oh, okay, can we learn about archers? But here's where you show like how to do... Like, it kept talking about the fork. So, you fork 2 pieces when you attack them both at the same time. So it's giving me a tutorial. It's like win in 2 turns. So I'm going to move here. I'm going to summon the rook here. And then that will threaten both of them. It will force the king to move, which means I can take out the bishop. Wait, that was one move, wasn't it though? Did you want me to do that? Oh, right. Sorry, I forget. A winning condition is to take out everybody but the king. Okay, here's the rook fork. Win in 2 turns. I assume I can't... Oh, I assume I can't land on those pieces. Interesting. Okay, well, if I move here, because that had me... I was in danger. If I put the rook... Oh, okay, that wasn't the right way to go then. Oh, right. I need to do that. So I can put the rook here. That threatens both of them, which once again, the king will have to move. The king will have to move. And the bishop is vulnerable. So yeah, the king moves and the bishop is... So yeah, this is the game that's teaching you, like, here are ways to... Here are the ways that you essentially force the enemy into certain types of positions. I've never done the fork with the bishop, I don't think. Have I? So I want to move here and put my bishop... Oh, nope. Don't want to do that. Wait. Yeah, you definitely... It's definitely battle chess. Wait, that's not... No, I don't want to do that. Yeah, no, because that... Oh, my bad. I need to move you here. Then I can put the bishop here. That forks both of you. The king is forced to move. And then I take out the rook. Okay, so the tutorial is really good at kind of reminding you, hey, remember to take out, like if you can't checkmate the king, just take out everything else and the king will lose. So yeah, so this is Below the Crown, where the emperor is sending you into the dungeon. You are a king, or sometimes you're a bishop, sometimes you're a knight, sometimes a rook, queen, etc. And you have your troops. And they will act as chess pieces act. You can give them like quirks. You can give them quirks so they don't move the way that you normally would. You also can only place them like a general would, so you can place them where your king can see. So yeah, it's an interesting kind of... It's a nice take, and it does definitely blend... It blends the chess and the roguelike and the dungeon. Like, it does a good job of those. But yeah, you'll... can we unlock something yet? Ooh, we can. The Hall of Champions. Is this just... It's my champion, Kurt! Hey! So, yeah. But yeah, that's fun. Let me hop up here. So yeah, so Below the Crown is out now. Below the Crown is out now, and I'll put a link in chat for y'all. And yeah, this is gonna do my head in sometimes with the challenge, but otherwise it looks really good, and I'm always here for a retro styled game. So yeah, well done. Let me exit out of this. Hey, thanks for joining me, and thanks for watching. If you want to see more of what's coming up, feel free to subscribe to the channel. And if you want to check out more videos, there will be gaming videos coming, well, honestly, as soon as I stream them and get them online. So it's been great. Thanks for spending time with me. Hope to see you again soon, and yeah, take care.